Hello, everyone, and welcome back. And thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. And I want to thank all my new subscribers and welcome them. I'm making this video because today it's March 31st. It's the end of the month. And just this week alone, and it's only been actually a couple days, on the 28th, Congress was supposed to take a vote on a markup bill, HJ Resolution 44. And if you don't want to know what a markup bill is and all that, you can go to Wikipedia and type in Congressional Review Act. And it was signed by Bill Clinton. And basically they were going to take a vote. They knew that it wouldn't pass both houses and the president wouldn't sign it. But they were going to take a vote just to basically show the public who supports the Second Amendment and who doesn't. And they were going to try to nullify the pistol brace rule that the ATF made. They canceled that vote. Now they canceled it, they say they canceled it because of Nashville. We all know what the Nashville thing is. I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to have YouTube block this channel. So we know what happened there. Now I say, that is an excuse because I know what happened. And yes, it's a tragedy. Something needs to be done. They need to stop all these soft targets. They need to make it, they need to get rid of the gun-free zones. All that kind of stuff. We can go on and on and on. There's a million things that they can do that they absolutely refuse to do. And I agree with everything with the Second Amendment. I see no reason that there needs to be a tax stamp for silencers or suppressors, whatever you want to call them, or short-barreled rifles. Maybe a machine gun, yeah. But I see no reason why you shouldn't be able to have a short-barreled rifle. I don't see where it makes it any more dangerous. The only thing, maybe it makes it a little bit more concealable. Possibly. Other than that, I don't see where it's any more dangerous. Because it's not. But that's the law. And that's the way the law was written in 1934 by the NFA. Now, they didn't take that vote up. Their excuse is Nashville. I think they didn't take that vote up because they didn't have the votes. And they knew they didn't have the votes. They did a little survey like they always do, and they knew that they didn't have the votes, so they didn't take it up. They knew they weren't going to win because they knew when it went to the Senate, the Democrats have the majority in the Senate. So it wouldn't have passed in the Senate, and even if by some miracle it did, Joe Biden would never sign it. So they knew. It was basically a show vote just to let the public know, like I had already said, who's for the Second Amendment and who's not. And these representatives all got scared because all they care about is keeping their jobs. They don't care about what's right, what's wrong, what the public has and all that stuff. They don't care. They care about their jobs, and that's it. Now, I had told you in a video that I made that it seems like nobody wanted to watch. And this is the kind of stuff that it does aggravate me. I put a video up showing this gentleman's, Tom Greaves' YouTube channel, and hardly anybody watched it. This gentleman is an ex-criminal prosecutor, and he is a criminal defense attorney, and he's legit. I've Google searched him. I've looked him up. He has his own law firm and everything, and he has these videos where he gives you legal advice and legal rulings and lets you know what's going on so that you can protect yourself and all that. And the latest video that he just put up an hour ago, at the time of me making this video, pistol brace court loss. So this is the second loss. The first was Congress didn't take up the vote. Who knows when they're going to take it up? Here's the second loss. The attorneys went in front of a judge, and the judge that they went in front of is the judge who slapped down the ATF when it came to the receivers, when they wanted to ban the receivers, the 80% lowers and all that kind of crap. He slapped them down. So he's a pro-Second Amendment judge, and he said straight out, you haven't showed me anything that the ATF changed the law. You're saying the ATF changed the law, took your Second Amendment rights away, and all this kind of stuff. You haven't proven that fact. You haven't showed me anything to that. Because they haven't. And we'll get to that in a second. Here's another guy's channel, Guns and Gadgets. He's got a few videos. Here's the one video right here. Judge sides with ATF on pistol brace rule. It's not as bad as, I guess, as you would think is what the whole title of it is. Because it is true, they can always go back. They need to change their wording, and they can go back and, fight the issue another day. Get their facts straight a little bit more and all that stuff. He also did a video. Let me scroll down here so I can show you exactly what video for you to go to if you don't know. Is this one right here where my cursor is going around. It's called Resolution to Nullify the ATF Pistol Brace Rule to get a vote. That's the vote that I was telling you about, that the House of Representatives, Congress, was supposed to take. It's HJ Resolution 44. It's a markup vote. In this video, he explains to you what the Constitutional Review Act is that Bill Clinton signed, and why they were going to take this vote and all that. And then he has a video where they didn't. They decided not to take it, that the vote has gotten canceled, which is right here where my cursor is. Heads up, vote to stop ATF pistol brace ban postponed 3 days ago. He put that video up. Now I'm telling you, the ATF is going to win this. And I'm not going to block anybody this time. You can put down, you watch those two. Before you make any comments, I'm going to leave a link to those two gentlemen's channels in the description. And you go to their channels and you watch those videos. And you'll see why. There is a possible chance that we could still win this. But I'm telling you, we're not going to win it. Because the NFA, the law, the ATF has not changed the law. You are not allowed to shoulder a pistol or a rifle, no matter what it is, that has less than a 16-inch barrel. Unless it's a 16-inch barrel or more, you're not allowed to put it against your shoulder. Period. End of story. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's why it is called a pistol brace. And that's why it has that strap on it, for you to strap it to your arm. And there's no way that they're going to say that the ATF came out and changed the law. And the actual wording, for anybody who wants to say, oh no, the ATF came out and said this, what the ATF actually said was, if you're using the pistol brace and it's up against your cheek and it accidentally bumps back, because these are, these rifles can have a little bit of kick to them. If it accidentally bumps onto your shoulder, we're not going to do anything about it. But it is not to be deliberately shouldered. That's what the ATF said. That is their actual quote. But that's not what everybody did. Everybody turned around and did this. And they made video after video after video on YouTube and other places showing it. And the ATF saw it and said, no, we can't have that. How are we going to stop that? So they banned them. And now the only way to get people to stop doing this is the law has to be changed by Congress. And Congress is not going to change that law. Congress is not going to change the short-barreled rifle law. Just like they're not going to legalize suppressors or silencers, however you want to call them. They're not going to do that either, because Congress is never going to give up. When have you ever known Congress to give up taxes? Congress is not going to give up their $200 tax stamp. They make millions of dollars off of that. They're not going to give that up. You're out of your mind if you think that that's going to happen. And, before you start calling me all kinds of names and all this kind of crap, don't take my word for it. Just look at their videos. One's a lawyer, and the other gentleman, he knows. He's a smart guy. He knows about the Second Amendment and all that stuff. And I just went because I just made a video talking about some upgrades that I did to my PC carbine. And I also mentioned in that video, if you watch it, I took my 2245, my Ruger 22 pistol. I just took that down to the gun dealers and gave it to the gunsmith, and he's putting the trigger, the competition from Volquartz, in the trigger package in it, and he's putting new Williams sights, fiber optic sights on it. And I've talked to the guys down there, and they all said the same thing. They took all their pistol braces, and this is a big store. They took them, put them on the back. And if you look at Gunbroker, go to gunbroker.com. Right across the top of the page on gunbroker.com says anything sold with a pistol brace will not be sold on this site until further notice. So even gunbroker.com is not selling anything or any kind of pistol braces. They won't allow it to be sold until further notice. Now, I don't know about other internet sites, if they're still selling them, or other stores. I don't know. All I know is what I saw. And they all said the same thing. When I asked them, I said, what do you think about these pistol brace things? They said they're going to ban them because too many idiots went and made videos putting them on their shoulder. That's not what it was meant for. They're going to ban them. That's why we took them away. We're not going to sell them because we don't want to have the ATF coming down here giving us a bunch of crap and all that. That's the last thing we need. And they said Congress is never going to give up that $200 tax stamp. They make too much money off of that. There's no way they will ever give that up. And these are FFL gun dealers saying this, telling me this. And they won't even sell them to you. Now, maybe you'll get lucky. You could go to your local gun store and see if they'll sell you one, if they have it. See what they say. And don't lie. Tell the truth. But anyway, that's what's going on. And I hate to say it, but I told you. I told you so. The ATF did not change the law. Gun owners misunderstood what they said. Or they just took a liberty and deliberately misunderstood what they said and decided to put braces on their pistols so that they can have a short-barreled rifle. Hey, I would love to have that. I would love to have that rifle right there that this guy, holding with the silencer, the iron sights, the pistol brace, maybe a red dot, and maybe a flashlight. That would be an excellent home defense weapon. Because you have 3 points of contact. It's better than a regular hand pistol. All it needs is a flashlight on it so you can see. And the only thing that I would change is that looks like it's 223, 5.56. I would change it maybe to a 9mm or a 40 caliber. Use hollow points. So it's less over penetration because of where I live. Other than that, I'd love to have that. But I'm not paying a $200 tax stamp to have that. Actually, that right there, to have that, that would be $400 worth of tax stamps, plus what it costs for the silencer, and what a short-barreled rifle would cost. And the gun probably doesn't come with sights, so you'd have to get sights on it. So that gun right there, I bet you that gun right there, to have that gun probably costs $2,000 or more, probably more, to have that particular firearm. I'd love to have that. That would be the perfect, ultimate home defense weapon. Only maybe a different caliber for my particular needs. But hey, it is what it is. The ATF, I'm telling you, they've already won twice in a week. Twice in a week. They made Congress turn around and not take a vote because they didn't have the votes. Because even though what happened was a tragedy, it didn't change my mind. I still think that they should be legal. And if you're a true Second Amendment, in agreement, it wouldn't have changed your mind either. They only care about their jobs. They don't care about you. Wake up, America. Wake up. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you watched the whole video. Leave your comments. I'm not going to block anybody this time. You want to leave all kinds of bad mouth comments? Go ahead. And everybody can get to see them. Call me a FUD. Call me every name in the book all you want. I'm not the one that made the rulings. You got a problem? Talk to the judge. All right. Have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. And happy April Fool's Day. But this isn't a game. This is the truth. All right. Bye.